Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Venture Center. I'm Arthur Arduña, the Executive Director, and as the proud son of a U.S. Air Force veteran and a VA doctor, my colleagues and I are excited to launch a new veteran-owned small business accelerator here in Arkansas. We're doing this in partnership with the U.S. Small Business Administration, Arkansas District Office, and supported by the Arkansas Economic Development Commission, Little Rock Tech Park, and the Circumference Group. This is a great way to kick off our 10-year celebration as the Venture Center. A reminder that our mission is to help accelerate the success of entrepreneurs, small business owners, and corporate innovators. And our vision is to help raise, in concert with our partners, Arkansas to regional, national, and global leadership in entrepreneurship and economic prosperity. To that end, I'd like to introduce one of the key figures to that goal, which is our Secretary of Commerce, Hugh McDonald, a tremendous friend of the Venture Center.
Thank you, Arthur. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Great to see you. Arthur, thank you so much for doing this. This is awesome. Also, as a proud son of a former Air Force pilot, it's really neat to do this. And thank you for all the partners that are part of this to make this happen. You know, the governor said in some of her opening speeches early in her administration that she wants to make Arkansas the best place to start and grow a business, and we're trying to do everything we can to make that happen. Some recent articles you've seen about trying to follow Utah. Yeah, sure, Utah, but frankly, any good idea from any state, we'll try to steal the idea and copy it here if it makes sense for Arkansas. So we're a lot going on within commerce, within AEDC. You've probably seen all the statistics in terms of where Arkansas is moving in the right direction on entrepreneurship, ranked 3rd in the country on a state for starting a small business. Kauffman Foundation ranked us number 1 in terms of people who want to start a business, that's their choice. July of this year, we did some restructuring within AEDC with some help from people within this audience to help us consolidate some functions, where entrepreneurship, small business is now run by a woman in the audience, Esperanza Crane. Hi, Esperanza. Doing a great job. Arkansas is ranked 5th in the country for inbound movers. We were ranked number 1 for inbound movers the year before last. If you saw the KARK piece last night on the news, 32,000 DFNA, looking at license plates, DFNA said 32,000 people moved into Arkansas last year from other states. Now, some of those are retirees, some of those are people that are working, but obviously the message is come to Arkansas is a better place to work, better place to live, better place to raise a family, put more money in your pocket, a lower cost place to buy a home, start a business, you name it. So things are on the right track. And related to veterans, there's so much commonality in terms of veterans and entrepreneurs and small business owners. Veterans who have a skill set. They've gone through leadership, they have discipline, they have problem-solving skills, they collaborate, they work as a team, they have a whole lot of resiliency and determination to get their mission accomplished. The work ethic is second to none. They're focused on systems, processes, all very important in businesses. They understand risk. what more better skill sets can you have to also be a business person, a small business, start your own business? Those are just unbelievably critical skills to run a business, to start a business. So Arthur, great job, great idea. We're excited for this and looking forward to support you guys in any way we can at AEDC in commerce. Thank you.
Now I'd like to bring Clint O'Neill up to the stage, the Executive Director of the Arkansas Economic Development Commission.
Hey, good morning, everyone. So I spoke at a Federal Reserve breakfast meeting this morning. There were two economists and then me, and so they gave their graphs and their charts. And then I got up there and I said, you know, we're all giving a forecast, but their forecast is a well thought out analysis. To me, in economic development, every day is sunny in the state of Arkansas. And I would say that whether it is or not, but it actually is. And so we've had a lot of momentum in Arkansas. It's not just the team at AEDC, it's the ambassadors for economic development. It's certainly everybody in this room. And so it's a good time to be on a winning streak in Arkansas. I want to congratulate you, Arthur. Your leadership of the Venture Center. I know you haven't led it for the full 10 years, relatively new, but the next 10 years are in good hands under your leadership. And such wonderful work that you guys are doing here. You know, oftentimes in our work in economic development, we're very careful to position who the hero is. So it's not us. It's not the ones that go out, lay the groundwork of good public policy, workforce development, good decisions on infrastructure. The heroes are the ones that are putting their capital, their confidence on the line. It's private sector companies. Today, we have this unique opportunity to honor heroes in two forms. Really, I mean, our nation's heroes are veterans. And so from the bottom of my heart, thank you to the veterans in the room for what you've done for our country. And so we honor you as veterans. We honor you as the heroes of our economy. I wish you the absolute best in your next several weeks under the guidance of the team here at the Venture Center to scale up your business to be the best you can be in the economy. So the way that we're going to grow our economy is threefold. It's through entrepreneurship, it's through expansion of existing companies, and it's from recruiting new companies to the state. At AEDC, we have initiatives, divisions, strategies along all three of those areas. There are communities in Arkansas that it's just not going to work to wait on somebody from the outside to come and save us. I hope some big company comes in and creates jobs. We've got to do it through small business, through entrepreneurship development. You guys are doing it, and the Arkansas Economic Development Commission is very honored to be a part of it. Thank you.
Now I'd like to bring on board our vice president here, who is actually running this accelerator along with the team. And frankly, I can't take the credit. The genesis belongs to him and to the other gentleman he's going to bring up. So Daniel Schutte.
Bouncy stage. Hey, everybody, thanks for coming today. We appreciate it that everybody's come out to support this incredibly important initiative. At the Venture Center, as kind of background, we are as a 501c3 nonprofit entrepreneurial support organization. And so we exist to help entrepreneurs grow their businesses. We've done that quite well, humility aside, as an organization over the past. Some high-level metrics so that everybody in the room kind of knows. We have run 14 accelerator programs within different verticals. We've had, over the past 8 years, 106 companies graduate those programs. They've raised an aggregate $2.5 billion in capital, created several thousand jobs within Arkansas, several hundred jobs over the course of that, and through associated programming at the Venture Center. Before we get any deeper, if you work for the Venture Center, stand up right now, please. In here, do it, put your hand up. Especially the veterans, you're going to need the companies in the cohort, all these people now work for you. And so if there's anything that you need, we're all here to help. That is why we exist. That is our teleological function. Thank you to Hugh and Clint and Esperanza and others at the ADC for continuing to believe in and support and letting us participate in the mission of the economic development of the state. It is meaningful to us, and we take it seriously, as well as Congressman Hill's office. Thank you guys for all being here today. So, what is an accelerator, right? What does it do? Hopefully, those of you in the cohort now understand kind of what you're getting into. But effectively, we take the definition quite literally. We help accelerate the growth of companies. The reason we do it is to create jobs and drive economic growth and capital contribution within the state of Arkansas. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. Is the mic cutting out? It kind of feels like, okay, I can just yell if that's better. But so that is what we do. We are all almost exclusively at the Venture Center, we are entrepreneurs. It is what we know, it is all we know. My wife doesn't care about it at all, I can promise you, but it turns out it's a pretty valuable skill set for other entrepreneurs because we know what will be valuable to you and we try and create those opportunities for you over the subsequent trailing kind of 3-month period that we're about to embark upon. And so the ways in which we do that here at the State Center, there's 3 ways we do it too. The first is with what you think standard business development, right? Like if you don't have the strong foundation in place, then it's going to be impossible to scale a business on top of that. And so starting with, okay, where do you want to be in 3 years? Where do you want to be in 5 years? Working backwards from that, what's the business need to look like to get you there? What kind of capital contribution are you going to need? Where's that going to come from? And so as we started answering these questions and looking at this, then we'll get that model. There's also the way in which we view this program, and specifically for veteran entrepreneurs, is that there's set-aside budgets, right, that are available specifically for you and people like you. That has said this money will be spent with veterans or otherwise disadvantaged classes, and trying to open up some of those channels for you as we go through this program to ultimately drive revenue into the companies, because that is how you create the jobs, that is how you get the capital into it, and that's how we all have the work get done that we want to get done through this program. And so, without further ado on my side, I'm going to introduce you to Jerry Talbert, who's going to come up and speak for the SBA. You can start heading this way, Jerry. The genesis of this was, so we run these programs a lot, and just to give you guys a background, because I don't know that we've shared it with everybody. And it's been kind of global in scope, and a lot of impact has taken place in Arkansas. But one of the things we did was to speak to, when we came back, local entrepreneurs. One of those guys was a veteran who built and sold a company, a guy named Rick Daniels with AECC, who was kind of the genesis of this as well. And he said, you know what, when I left the military, I didn't really know what to do after that. And so I went and started a business, but I never knew what was available to me. I never knew what was going on. I never knew that there were all these set-asides and capital that I could have gotten as a minority founder and as a veteran along the way. You know what would be really valuable is if you were to put together a program that really helps people like me to understand what is out there and bring it together. Some quick research into that led to this one. The SBA is now certifying veteran-owned small businesses starting this year. And so that's the genesis of the partnership between the SBA and the Venture Center. Jerry has been incredible to work with thus far. He's not going to tell you, so I will. He is a veteran, cares about this a lot, and is as instrumental in this as the rest of we are, as well as the rest of the SBA. And thank you guys for being here. Jerry Talbert.
Well, as veterans know, we don't like to talk about ourselves, but thank you. Yes, so I'm the Deputy District Director, Arkansas District Office. Been here in Arkansas about 3.5 years now. Prior to that, served 25 years in the United States Army, doing all kinds of really cool things. Seen the world at its best, seen the world at its worst. But at the end of the day, it's all about who's on your left and who's on your right. And I see veterans in there work nodding their head north and south. So I understand the struggles because I've been there, I've lived that life. Having come from 25 years of service, 7 kids, 4 boys, 3 girls, all but 1 or 2 years apart, so if that tells you anything, there's a lot of deployments in there. But after retirement, I was one of the lucky ones, right? I had very good mentors throughout my career who led me in the right direction. And one in particular was a Vietnam veteran, Morse code operator. When he'd get angry, he'd walk down the hall yelling off Morse code, what are you talking about? But those are the people who are essential in creating who we are. That is our life history. And that mentality, the grit, that dedication through the good times and the bad, really transforms and makes you who you are. So when we had an opportunity to partner with the Venture Center specifically to conduct a Veteran Accelerator, given where the SBA's mission is with onboarding SD, VOB, and service veteran-owned businesses underneath the SBA umbrella, it just made sense. So really it was the right time, the right place to do something like this, and I'm very excited to kind of see where this is going to go. We also have a program called Thrive, and it's for those seasoned businesses who earn $250K or more. It's a 6-month-long program. So one of my goals, one of my challenges to our veteran cohorts who are about to embark on this challenge is to think about the next challenge. Think about that Thrive cohort that's next around the corner, because it's geared to make you into that multi-million-dollar company as well. So there is a lot of similarities between what we do and what the Venture Center does. So you're going to be seeing a lot of me throughout these next several months, and I look forward to engaging with you. And just kind of as a recap, our mission is to help entrepreneurs start a business, help a current business grow, help the businesses recover in terms of natural disaster, and also to talk to them about our very robust federal contracting program, to where the SBA, the youngest branch in the federal government, we've been around 70 years this past August. What is our mission? Our mission is to be at the ground level and to get those businesses going. And through veterans, our program and support, as you found out through your interviews, there's things out there that you didn't know about already, like federal surplus property program that can greatly help you with your business. So just think about what you're going to learn now. Actually, as we get into this accelerated program, it's pretty good and exciting stuff. And I look forward to being there with you as we go through this process together. Thank you.
And so, no further ado, I'll introduce you to Clayton Clance out of the sort of heroes of the day, and in no particular order, probably starting up here. Wayne?
Okay. That's what I get for sitting up front. That's right. All right, so my name is Wayne Jakes. I am a third born of a woman who grew up in Europe during the bombs of Nazi Germany, and she was growing up in England. Came across the Atlantic when she was 6 or so. I was born in Canada and raised in Miami. Joined the Air Force when I was 17 and a half, a few months before I got out of high school. Went to the Air Force and did 20 years, finished up here at Little Rock as a C-130 flight engineer. In 1996, started my business in 1996 as a owner of Arkansas Shades, Blinds, and Shutters, and have been doing very well so far. It's a lot of hard work, and yes, the military has helped me tremendously, and of course being raised by a woman who grew up in the war was very helpful as well. So I'm glad to be here. Thank you for selecting me. I know there's a very tight competition to be here, and I look forward to all that you all can teach me.
What's next? Dr. Lupita?
Good morning, everyone. So I'm going to ask my husband to come up here with me as well, because my husband is the veteran. But just kind of tell you who we are. So I'm Dr. Lupita Rashid. This is my husband, Dr. Al-Assad Rashid. We have a consultant firm, Effective Organization Management Consultant. As I was sharing, we started some time back, but initially it was sort of like our side hustle, and that we were both working full-time. But we turned it into now what has become our full-time business. We're excited about this opportunity. Effective Organization Management Consultant. Pretty much our mission is to work closely with small nonprofits to help them raise the necessary capital they need to grow and sustain their organization. We have several clients that we've been working with. We're excited about it. And as I often say, and I'm gonna let my husband speak here because he said I talk a lot. But as I often say to people all the time, we are fortunate enough to have a professional journey that has been nothing short of a personal ministry. When I say that the organizations in which we are working with and the missions in which they are fulfilling and the work that they're doing in the community is amazing, and we get a chance to be a part of that. So I'm going to hush and let him say a few words about his military experience and whatever else he wants to talk about.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for letting me speak. I don't have much to say. My wife is actually the brains of the outfit, and I basically work for her because I have some disabilities that prevent me from getting out and mingling with people and things like that. But I'm glad to be here. I'm very excited about what you guys are doing. Air Force, Army, here. Okay? So, that's all I have to say, because I'm nervous.
Thank you very much. Got you. All right, Jeremy, you ready?
I got some notes because I'm nervous like him too, so. But we'll see what we can do. My name is Jeremy Mink, and my wife Evelyn's here as well, and together we founded a company called CDL Hunter. We're a third-party recruiting company for the transportation industry, and so far this year we've put about 1,000 truck drivers back to work throughout the United States. So we're kind of unique. We are based nationally, but we reach our people through our social media outlets that we've created. We're about to reach our 1 billionth user this coming month, and we reach just over 200 million people a year. It's all organic. Our engagement's over 99% higher than everybody else in our area as well. And so we've earned a new program with Meta. It's like an ad revenue sharing program. We're one of maybe 100 and something people that have been selected, so it's pretty unique. And we hope to work to get that automated, as well as a predictive hiring algorithm that we're working on. So I currently live in Bentonville now, and I was in the Marine Corps. I too left when I was 17 in an early entry program. Went on a buddy program with a friend of mine that ended up not being able to go with me, so I went alone, which is most of the things we do anyway. Yeah, we tend to embark on things alone. So I was an infantry and weapons expert back then. I went in 96. I got out and I served on the Arkansas chapter of the board of directors for the Alzheimer's Association now, and we're just excited to be a part of this program. So we run.
I'm too nervous, so I'm glad I'm in good company. Hi, my name is Veronica Tice. I am the owner of Tice Construction. You will also hear the name called TiceCon. We do business as TiceCon as well. We specialize in government contracting, contracting services, construction services, and then consulting services. We are based out of Sherwood. We are in our infancy, I would say. We owned a previous business. This is our second business, and we formed TiceCon in November of last year. And did I say we were based out of Sherwood? So we're local. And I served 22 years in the Air Force and the Air National Guard. I retired in 2017. I was a personnel officer, did a variety of different jobs from logistics to security forces for a little while, but I retired out of the Force Support Squadron at the 189th Little Rock Air Force Base. And I am so excited to be here. This is just a great boost for our business. I appreciate everything and all the partners and everything that's gone into it, so thank you.
Brent?
veteran, submarine veteran actually. I'm here with my wife Heather. She was here probably in 2007 when I got accepted to a program like this with Innovate Arkansas, and we ran a business for quite a while, and due to economic challenges, we closed that business down, and I took some time off to lick my wounds. And probably like a lot of veterans, we aren't good at asking for help. We try to figure out how to do it ourselves. But over the years, actually was Phil Filer from AEDC. He called me, pulled me off the bench back during COVID. There was some COVID grant money to help businesses. And I did some of that to help use marketing and advertising to help businesses grow. And I slowly started getting back into it, helping companies, and realized that I really try to focus on what brings me joy and what my skill set brings. So I've been in media, marketing, advertising, and video production for 30 years now. That's scary. But what I realized at the core of it is I enjoy helping people grow their businesses and solve their problems. Like the gentleman said earlier, military, we're all about systems, problem solving, just get down to the nitty gritty and figure it out. And I love doing that for businesses, and I'm so excited to be a part of this, and I look forward to helping more people and helping Arkansas grow.
Bring us home.
Hi, my name is Keith Jadon. I'm owner of RazorCity IT. We are a managed services IT firm. We support small and medium-sized businesses from basically an outsourced IT. So we support all of their desktop servers, cloud, internet, that type of stuff. I'm an Air Force veteran. I joined in 1989, served 4 years in Albuquerque, New Mexico during the first Gulf War. I was actually in the chapel, worked in chapel management. It's not a job you get to pick, it's a job that picks you somehow, and I don't, still to this day, I don't know how I got picked for it, but after the service, started doing, basically the PC and Microsoft was just starting in the early 90s, and so that's all I've done my whole life since then. I started my first business in 97, so glad to be a part of this. This is veteran, is always on my heart. My dad is a veteran from Vietnam War. My brother's retired from the Army here. I've got a son in the Marines. So it's always on my heart, and I try to help as many vets as I can, however I can. Thank you.
And Felicia, you get to come up to, you don't get to get out of it.
As much as I would like.
No.
Hello, I am Carisha Briscoe, and I'm the owner of Reelyfe Solutions. We are a human resource consulting and equal employment advocacy firm. Our mission is to build equitable and inclusive workspaces, and we accomplish that mission by providing resources and HR compliance consulting work to businesses and organizations. And we also provide non-attorney representation to individuals who have faced discrimination or things like that in the workplace. I do have my mom that's here. It's kind of a Genesis moment for me as well. Who thought I would get emotional up here? But anyways, 18 years old, have no idea what I'm gonna do with my life. My mom served military 20 years. She says, you're gonna do something, you're just not gonna sit around. So she said, you need to go to the military, you need to get into HR. And so that's what I did. And 2 weeks ago, I quit my 6-figure paying job to bank on myself. And my mom is here leading to me to the hope that I can glean and learn as much as I can here, and also be a valuable resource to the other participants as well. Thank you all for selecting me, and I'm happy to be here.
I will say, we're getting ready to bring Gong on stage. We'll ask Hugh and Clint and Jerry and Arthur to come back up for that. But there's 2 companies that couldn't be here today that are also in the cohort. And just to give you a brief kind of synopsis on who they are, it's Food Recycling Solutions, which is exactly what it sounds like, based out of Rogers, Arkansas. In the same way that recycle food, they drop off a container at your business or home, and you put your compost or your food waste in there, because I can't think of the word of what that means. And then they'll take it, they will decompose it, they will then resell it as fertilizer on the other side. And they are based out of Rogers, Arkansas. And then out of Bentonville, Arkansas, is a company called The Flying Company, which is Uber for jets is kind of what I land on, but it's more connecting contract pilots with flyers of jets that are looking for contract pilots to come through. They manage that kind of software on the other side. So truly a statewide program. We've been thrilled to find you guys. We're thrilled to work with you guys and look forward to this. This is just the start, and then we've now got to deliver an actual program. So that's our job on the other side. But I will go ahead and ring up the gong to kind of signify that we're getting this thing started. So Clint, you, Arthur, everybody, if you guys want to come on stage, we'll get this one done.
It's all yours. Secretary, you just ring it.
So it's just one at a time? Just
Not you, just you.
1, 2, 3.
So that brings to a conclusion the launch, but it's not the end of something, it's the beginning of the accelerator. We're excited to kick this off with such great partners, with a fantastic first cohort. A huge thank you again to our partners, to AEDC, to the Commerce Department, to Tech Park, and especially to the SBA. Thank you so much for being such a great partner. We hope this is the beginning of a tremendous partnership. And let's have a great Veterans Day as well this week. That's why we felt this was really appropriate. And really, as a massive final statement, thank you for your service, veterans here.